there, and welcome back to See You at USC. I'm your host, Laura Berman, and today I'm here with Mike Dooley, author, speaker, so much more. So Mike, thanks for being here with us.
Thanks, Laura. My pleasure.
So tell us, for those of us who aren't familiar with some of your books, Notes from the Universe, Lost, Thoughts, Totally Unique Thoughts, can you give us sort of the underlying message?
Well, the baseline, if you will, for everything I share and teach is the belief I have in an as yet undiscovered principle, alive and well in time and space, that is literally as predictable as gravity. It can be summed up in 3 words: thoughts become things. It is the end-all and be-all of living the life of our dreams. And so through my writings and recordings and the talks I give, this is the #1 message that I would like to impart to anybody, so that they can realize they are a creator, 100% creator of their reality, their manifestations, their joys and sorrows.
And so when you say that, can you sort of elaborate? Like, how do we do that? I mean, so we have to monitor all of our thoughts, like everything we think is going to come to fruition?
That's a great question. Well, the overall thrust of my teachings are that we can create the life of our dreams, whatever it is that we want to go after. But to do that, the most important thing is that we must understand that there is a nature of our reality. It's not subjective, it's not willy-nilly, it's not that somebody else has a say in these things. And the first step in understanding the nature of our reality is understanding that this principle is absolute law. And when you understand that, and you see through the principle of thoughts becoming things that we have a choice in the thoughts that we think, then it behooves us to think along the lines of our dreams, think thoughts that serve us. And so yes, all of our thoughts do kind of go into that pool, if you will, that will contribute to our future and the enjoyment of our present. But it's not as if you have to worry that every little, worry or fret or fear is going to doom your happiness, because we're all far more positive than we give ourselves credit for.
Now, the way that you go about teaching people about this is very unique. You send out these emails, Notes from the Universe. You've compiled many of them into your books. And what's cool about them is that while they're imparting this very positive message, the universe also seems to have a sense of humor. They're all signed, "Love the Universe."
You rock the universe.
Exactly. Where did these ideas come from, and how did it all begin?
Well, the idea came from me being a student, as I still am, and understanding that my thoughts become the things and events of my life, but realizing that we live in a world that's primarily ignorant, completely ignorant of this. They think thoughts are just thoughts, and it's, well, I was only thinking it, or they're only words, not realizing that they're the building blocks of their tomorrow. So when we're in a quiet moment ourselves, or we're thinking, or we're contemplating, or we're visualizing, we're kind of offsetting the mass consciousness that's bombarding us, that's telling us we're limited. But then we go out into the real world, or we go to work, and it's like the walls start closing in, and we start feeling the fear, and we start feeling stressed, and we start feeling limited. And a thought I had a long time ago was, wouldn't it be great if I could receive an email every single day that reminded me of my divinity, my power, my reach, to kind of break the illusion of all the walls closing around me and remind me of the truth. And I used to do this for myself through my Outlook, Microsoft Outlook. I would have an appointment every day that would remind me that this is a dream. It's your dream, and you're the dream weaver, and that would be great, but it was the same message every day. And I thought, if this was a personalized email, and it was different every single day, and hence the idea for sending out a daily note from the universe, which in the beginning was called Silver Bullets, not a wisely chosen name. It was designed to be evocative of a message that would pierce through the illusions and remind you of truth. But as I wrote the Silver Bullets, which were just 1 or 2 liners or a paragraph, I started to realize that I wasn't able to say all that I wanted to say. I wasn't able to be as large. It was just Mike. And some people might say, well, who's this Mike guy that I don't even know anyway, who's telling me that all things are possible or whatever? And it came to me one Friday to perhaps write as the universe. And the first note on a Friday started out something like this. It said, excuse me, Laura, this is the universe. And today I'm going to be recording your every thought, word, and deed. And in the immediate future, I'm going to play it all back for you as some sort of manifestation, whether or not they serve you. Thank you. That is all. And a whole new voice and perspective was born. And immediately, I saw the opportunity to add humor, because if it's Mike saying, P.S., you rock, well, it's like, well, who's Mike to say that I rock anyway? But if it's the universe saying, P.S., you rock, it's like, yeah, okay, cool, I'm on board. And And so not only could I speak in a new voice as the universe, but there was the option to add humor. And those became so popular on Fridays that I started to do it on every Friday that they completely supplanted all of my other daily and or weekly e-zines and have evolved to where they are today. And it's still a free service.
Wow. Now, one of the things that you mentioned was how our words are hugely powerful because, you know, like you said, the universe is paying attention and it's going to produce what you said. Now, but a lot of us, and this is something that I think about, it's like sometimes we say things off the cuff, or maybe, you know, we have a self-depreciating type of, you know, sense of humor, or maybe we're singing along in the car and the lyrics aren't particularly positive. Are those things going to come back to haunt us,
That's a great
if you will?
question, because when you start to realize that this is a principle and you start to realize the nature of reality, you start to all of a sudden understand your immense power and responsibility. They go hand in hand. So all of a sudden you realize you're so responsible, and if you think, you know, oh, I'm an idiot. Oh my gosh, I just, you know, programmed my future. I think everybody kind of goes through the euphoria of finding out how powerful they are, then the fear of finding out how responsible they are. But then there's an equilibrium reached when we look deeper into reality and we understand that we are creators of all of this. We are the eyes and the ears of the divine. And when we understand that, we're not only of the Creator, we're creators ourselves. And in my view, we've created this whole playground, this whole paradise that we now thrive in for our own adventure. And when you understand that, you can realize that all of the elements are working in our favor, that we're far more likely to smile than frown, to laugh than cry. And if you look around at your life and the lives of anybody, generally far more likely to be prosperous than broke. This is certainly the norm, to be prosperous, not broke. And so you find that even though you're so responsible, what you didn't give yourself credit for in the beginning was how positive we all innately are. I mean, we are here by design, by our own design. And so all of a sudden, that takes the edge off of, you know, oh no, I just called myself, you know, left-brained or uncreative. And as long as you're catching yourself, that's a huge leap forward for any one of us. But then you can supplement that with perhaps visualizing 5 minutes a day, or daydreams as if your dreams have already come true, or acting as if you're already living the life of your dreams. Those far and away overpower any slightly negative, fearful, self-derogatory comments we make. Although they do go into the pool, so it's wise to be aware of this kind of inner chit-chat that goes on.
Gotcha. Well, we've got a lot more to talk about, so keep it here for more Mike Dooley. It's all here on See You at USC. Stay tuned.